Hello and welcome. And in today's video, I am going to be talking about the differences between therapy and coaching and how you can actually find a therapist or a coach if you're looking for one. Yeah, I just went there. Before I start, I would like to mention that it's not a shame to be looking for therapy or coaching because this is actually a way how you can move forward in your life. There are too many people who just keep repeating the same patterns of behavior over and over and over again. And you don't have to be one of them. You can just take the really courageous step forward and really find help for yourself and deal with the problems you have so that you can have a better life. What I found is a lot of the time stated as a difference between therapy and coaching is that usually they tell you that therapy is actually focused on some problem which people have in the past or had in the past, and it's influencing them in the present, and the therapy is meant to actually put these people back into happy, normal, everyday functioning. But coaching, on the other hand, could be meant for people who are already functioning well. They don't seem to have any severe problem, but they just want some motivation or just change in some business or career plans, and they just don't know how to do that, and they need different perspectives. And please keep in mind that still, these lines which I just said here with this example are really blurred, because a lot of times therapy can also focus on improving the client's life and really be looking into the future, so it's not really straightforward and clear-cut. Another difference I found is that therapy is actually meant for much broader range of issues, or could be meant for broader range of issues, depends on the specific therapist, because even the therapists, they can be specified in different fields. Somebody can be like a school psychologist, someone can be in hospital psychology, someone can be in army, so there are really differences as well. But in general, therapy can deal with all sorts of problems, from anxiety disorders, depression, personality disorders, relationship problems, self-esteem issues, and a lot of the things which they deal with actually range not only from really severe mental health issues, but they also can go into a more lighter problems, you could say, the kind of problems that also coaches can deal with. Because coaches, they usually deal with like a regular everyday life and how to improve it so that the person can reach his full potential. And in this way, coaching and therapy can really overlap. A great expression of this was when I read that therapists can actually understand how coaching works, but coaches usually don't understand how therapy works. And it's meant in the way that coaches usually don't know how it works with personality disorders or really severe mental health issues. This is nothing against coaching. Please bear in mind that coaches can be really specialized and really help you. And then also what I found as a difference could be that therapy is actually meant for uncovering and recovering, and coaching is meant for discovering. I really like this. I still think that also therapy can be meant for discovering, because this person can really discover a lot of things he maybe didn't know about himself. And also coaching can be focused on recovering, because if you're not able to achieve your goals, chances are that some issue you have is preventing you from achieving these goals. And actually, I read this amazing article on Psychology Today, and they actually wrote here that the lines between therapy and coaching are really blurred because they both can like overlap. The reason why I was telling you this was because if you know right away that you have severe mental health issues, it would be maybe better to start looking for a therapy. If you know that you just want some changes in your business and help with your career and move forward, and you just want to consult somebody, maybe it would be better to find a specified coach for this kind of thing. Which brings me to my next point. If you're actually going to be looking for a therapy or coaching, you should really get clear on what you want out of this therapy or coaching. Do you know what you want? Nobody really does. So this is like a rhetorical question, more or less. No, I'm kidding. This is actually for you to figure out what would be the most important thing for you, which you would want to get out of this therapy. My next point is, don't be afraid to try multiple people. Maybe this sounds a little sketchy to you, but it's really not. It's really for your own benefit. I heard a really sad but also funny story. Depends how you look at it. This person actually told me that they don't trust coaching or therapy, and I asked this person, okay, to how many therapists you actually went and how many times, and this person told me that he actually went to one therapist 1 or 2 times, and I was looking at him and I was like, well, it's the same thing as if you would tell me that you went to a restaurant for the first time in your life and it was a horrible restaurant, and because of this you will never ever go to another restaurant again. Just because somebody is professional in his field and opened a restaurant doesn't mean that the restaurant is going to be good. The same applies to psychologists. And the next point is actually about the number of times you're going to have to go here. Some people think that if they have really severe issue, that they're going to be just done with it after like 1 session or 2 sessions. This is not the case at all. You come to somebody and you want them to uncover your past problems and how they connect to your present life and your whole life story as a person and the environment you grew up in and all these influences you went through. Sometimes the therapy can last years. And also, he's not even the one who's gonna cure your problems. He can help you on the journey, but you're the one who's gonna have to do it yourself. I actually have a video why self-help books aren't changing your lives, and it's because you don't put in the work which is necessary. You expect that somebody else is gonna fix you for you. This is not like as if you took your car and put it to a mechanician and you would just wait for him to repair it. You are the vehicle and you are the creator of your own life. Nobody can create your life for you. They can be just guidance. And now the more practical stuff, how you can really find a therapist or a coach. First, it can be a recommendation from somebody you know. And second, you might be looking on the internet, and what I recommend to you is to look for references. I love reading internet recommendations. No, not really. There are too many. If I want to buy a new phone, I have to read tons of recommendations. However, good or maybe bad, depends how you look at it, info for you is that if you're looking for a psychologist or coach, there are not going to be as many references. Actually, it's going to be super hard for you to find even any references at all. Apparently, in today's world, the more important thing is what kind of phone you have than if your mental health is in check. And you might tell me, well, I don't believe strangers when they're gonna tell me their experiences. And I would tell you, of course, you don't know these people. However, if there are like 15 different references, there is repeated some pattern in these references. Like maybe these people say that this person can really create atmosphere of trust. If several totally different people say this about the psychologist or coach, maybe it's gonna be right. And you can go and try it for yourself. Also, what you can do is to try a phone call with this person, describe them briefly their problem before you even go to the first session. And you can get some vibe from this person about how you feel with them, how they talk with you, and all these things. However, I wouldn't put too much importance on like phone call because people can behave really differently over phones than they do in real person. So if you have a chance to kind of quickly see this person in person and talk to them before you go to the first session, that would be probably best. My last point actually considers the therapy or the coaching session itself, and that is prepare for it beforehand. Really think for yourself what are the kind of stuff you're going to be talking about and process all these things after the session. Take some chill time and really digest it. There are some people who maybe want to have some free time immediately after the session, but even if you are the kind of person who wants to rush to the next thing, take some time, like 1 day or 2 days after that, just write down the most important insights you got from this, because it's really gonna help you in the long term. So that's everything for my today's video. Have a beautiful now, and I will see you next time with my next video. Bye.